the Chinese legalist system, legalist philosophy, here in the state of Han, where he was born. He was a member of the ruling aristocracy too. Whereas Mencius believed man was innately good, Han Faisa believed man was innately evil, and that those who were evil had to be severely punished, while those who were innately good had to be rewarded. He was doing this during the brutal years of the 4th century BCE, before Common Era. He was one of the great classical philosophers of ancient China. And now, his philosophy was well known. In fact, when the first Chinese emperor, Qin Shi Huang, rose to power, he was following Han Faisa's philosophies. But unfortunately, he was forced to commit suicide by drinking poison, to which the first emperor of China, the Qin king, later regretted about the unfortunate death of Han Faisa. And of course, we have Zhuangzi. He lived about 369 to 286 BCE. He was one of the interpreters, early philosophers of Taoism. Now, he attributed to Lao Tzu, the first philosopher of Taoism. Zhuangzi's teachings also exerted a great influence on the development of Chinese Buddhism in the area, and a considerable effect on Chinese landscape painting and poetry. He also created, a system in which people could learn Chinese texts, which contained about 1,000 Chinese characters, all grouped into individual groups, which was used to train students and allow them to read Chinese. Now, he was well known for this work. It was named after him, the Zhuangzi. Skeptical ideas arguing that life is limited and knowledge is unlimited. And to those who want to gain the unlimited in their limited lifespan is foolish. Zhuangzi lived in the state of Song, even when offered a state position in the nearby kingdom of Chu. He refused, preferring to live a quiet life to, quote unquote, to drag my tail in the mud like a tortoise. Don't really know what that means, but moving on. And of course, we have Moses. He lived about 470 to 391 BC. Born in the Shandong province, he was the founder of Buddhism school. He was originally a follower of Confucianism, but he became convinced that Confucianism focused too much on ritual practices, so he decided to went his own way. Now, Moses' moral teachings emphasizes self-reflection. He emphasized unconditional love, basically. He also created this 1,000-character text, and authentically, rather than obedience to ritual, he observed that often learn about the world through adversity, embracing scholars in Moses. By reflecting on one's own successes and failures, one attains true self-knowledge rather than more conformative to rituals. Refining oneself in Moses. Moses imported people to lead life of and self-control, basically, renouncing both material and spiritual beliefs. And of course, number 6 would be we have Sun Tzu. He lived about 312 to 230 BC, one of the 3 great Chinese philosophers of his period, and he elaborated Confucianism plus Mencius's work. During the 3rd century, it was a Confucian philosopher, sometimes reckoned as the 3rd of the 3 classical Confucians, after Confucius and Mencius. For the most imperial Chinese history, however, Sun Tzu was the Betelua, who was typically tried as the example of Confucianism, who went astray by rejecting Mencius's convictions. only a few decades has Zunzi been able to recognize as one of China's greatest thinkers. And of course, we have Taoism. He was the founder of Taoism. He was born about 604 and died in 531 BC. He was the author of the Tao Te Ching, founder of he was revered as a deity in the Taoist religion. Legends say that he went to the far, far west, into the western sun, because he found a spiritual awakening within him, and he was well known for being a figure of the Taoist religion. He was a deity of sorts to the people of the Taoists. Now, the last guy he encountered was a gatekeeper, and so he dictated what was to be his work, which was named after him, which is simply the Taoism. Then he seemingly disappeared into existence. Most people believe that he never actually died, that he just walked up into the sunset. He emphasizes the yin and yang. It was the balance between the two things, yin and yang. It's a religious or philosophical tradition of Chinese origins, which emphasizes living in harmony with the Tao and Ta. The Tao is a fundamental idea in most Chinese philosophical schools in Taoism. However, it denotes the principle that is the source, pattern, and substance of everything that exists. Basically, he's trying to say that all things come from this perfect balance. It's the source and ideal of all existence. Is unseen but transcendent. Immensely powerful, yet supremely humble. Being the root of all things, the Tao intends to lead students to return to a natural state in harmony with Tao. And the Kongming and Fai Zhuanggu's Tao. These were all the great 7 Chinese philosophers. I do hope you find my teaching fun and informative. Any questions?
Which philosopher do you believe the most?
Well, to be honest with you, I honestly believe in Confucianism. Kind of. Anyone else? I'm assuming no. All right. To see if you've actually learned anything from me, grab one whole sheet of paper. We're gonna have a quiz. Now, have you listened?